welcome to another episode. To be honest, this episode is gonna be, I think, the most vulnerable I have been so far and the most honest. So, yeah, let's just dive right into it. Um, so the honest truth is that I am not okay. Currently, I'm just genuinely not okay. And it is a big step for me making this video. Not so much in the sense of calling for help or whatever. It's more that my past version was always very, yeah, of course I'm doing fine, and just pretending that everything's okay when I just know it's not, and I'm just trying to be like, oh yeah, everything's fine, and be all smiley and whatever, and then being that sunshine, and then everyone I remember that one time being to a friend like, oh, I'm not okay, and she's like, oh, but you don't seem like you're not okay. And I don't know, I think I'm learning now to be open and honest about how I'm truly feeling. And yeah, so the truth is that I am not okay right now. And I know why, and I know that I've been pushing down my feelings. I've been running away from myself. I've been, trying to be extremely productive with my life. And every time I'm doing that, I know I'm going down a rabbit hole, but I'm still doing it. And it kind of all started with a friend who just wanted to help me and comfort me and whatever, and told me that if I want to take this serious, and if I want to take posting on social media and stuff serious, that I need to post 4 times a day. And 4 times a day, I'm telling you, to sustain 4 times a day is a fucking full time job. Even if you're just clipping smaller videos or you're not clipping at all, it's kind of like you're walking around and you're constantly thinking of content, which to me is a cool thing. But if it is added with pressure, that's when you're having an issue, because then you're walking around and you're like, fuck, I don't have an idea yet. Damn, what should I post? What should I talk about? And for me, since I've been currently going through a heartbreak, I've always been talking about heartbreak topics. But then I'm kind of starting to notice, damn, but it's not the thing that I want to talk about all the time. But yeah, I mean, that's just me problems that I'm just, saying out loud right now. And I don't know, it's just so weird being in that age when you're 26. It kind of feels like there's a pressure cooker that you're cooking in, but you don't know when it's going to explode. You know what I mean? It also depends on what you're doing with your life, but if you're doing something like me and you're deciding to fuck it, I'm just gonna walk my own path, and I'm gonna choose a path where at first it seems more like there's more failure than success, and at some point it's going to flip, but until it's gonna flip, it just takes its time. And yeah, that's just what I'm noticing for myself, is that it feels like the people that I'm talking with too kind of feels like we're all in these pressure cookers, and it just takes time until it explodes, if that makes sense. And then when it explodes, it's just gonna be everything all at once working out. But right now it's more this oof, like nothing is cool, I'm not okay, this sucks, and I don't know what to do with me. Not, I mean, for me personally, I have a very clear vision of what I want, but I think I'm terrified of how big it is. I'm terrified of how big my dreams are. I've always have been, and I always have been pushing them down to be more humble and be more oh, it's better to not dream that big, and you know what I mean? I've always been thinking to myself, okay, yeah, of course my dreams, everyone wants what I want. But now I'm realizing no, It's my dream and it has been ingrained inside of me because it's my purpose, is what I'm meant to do, and that's why I'm also starting this. And I think it's like this wrong humbleness of being like, oh, I don't want this. No, let me not want that big thing. Let me just go with the small thing because the small thing makes me feel more comfortable. And that's the whole point. Like, I'm so uncomfortable with my dreams and I'm so uncomfortable with what I truly want and desire that it scares me, that I'm terrified, that I don't know where to go. Like, I don't know the next move anymore because it's so big, if that makes sense. And I mean, we should all dream big and whatever. Like, that's just a general thing. But I think if you do and if you allow yourself to go that high of your dreams and like really be okay, like, that is, if I'm truly honest with myself, that is exactly what I want. And I'm willing to put in the work, but still, it's, even if you like, let's put that away, like let's put that aside, like putting in the work, putting, like, trusting the universe, that stuff, like, but let's put that aside, like just the dream thing. It is scary to dream big. It is scary because I think the scarier part is not to not be able to do it. It's more the part is like, what if it is gonna work out? And I think this is where I'm terrified right now. It's like, what if it is gonna work out? Because if it is, because I know it is, but at the same time, I'm like, how? But I know, like, how is not my worry. That's the universe's worry. My worry is more like, okay, how can I move in alignment with my soul's path to like be able to achieve these things? No, I forgot what I wanted to say, but it's more. Oh yeah, I remember. Damn. It's more the thought of like, what if it is gonna work out? And in my case, if it like, okay, let's not say if it's gonna work out, like it is gonna work out, and when it's gonna work out, and when it's gonna click into place. I know my complete old identity is dead. Like, she is completely dead because everything she believed that was possible for her, everything she believed in and whatever, would be gone. And for whatever reason, that is scary. It is, I don't know why, and I cannot explain to you why. Truly, I think it's because it's familiar. But what if, like things like, what if I would meet someone and what if they would choose me? What if they would stand in front of me and I would want them too? And they would stand in front of me and say, "You are too rare to lose, and I'm gonna do anything in my power that this is gonna work out." Like, what am I gonna do then? I'm gonna freeze and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, all my past years have been like pushed away by people, pushed away by people, pushed away by people over and over and over again. People choosing other people over me all the fucking time. So what if the opposite would happen? That would be fucking scary. And I know that's not unrealistic. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that's like a faraway dream that someone is gonna stand in front of me and is gonna be like, "Damn, you're my dream. Yeah, like you're my dream woman. You're exactly what I always wanted." Like that's not a far away. That's not a far away concept. But just from my brain right now, because I am not okay and I feel so wounded inside of me, and I can tell that my past self is like really trying to grasp onto me and trying to slow me down, to pull me down, because it's terrified because of what happened in my life, and because it doesn't understand that that is slingshotting us forward instead of like that is proof that we're not worthy. You know what I mean? And so now, of course, like my inner child is coming in and trying to protect me, and my past self is coming in and trying to protect me and be like, oh no, we shouldn't dream that big. Oh no, we shouldn't, like we should settle for less. We should, like stay small. We should stay in the shadows. We should not be seen, we should be, like all these things. And my now self and my future self are like, no, we need to be seen, we need to be heard, we need to share a message, we need to bring ourselves out there, we need to move in alignment, like we need to trust that everything is working out. And and that's like what's is so confusing inside of my brain right now, because I really have these two voices and two beings inside of me that are trying to like push and pull and all the freaking time. And I mean, to be completely honest, I know this feeling, and this is not a new feeling for me, but it's new that I'm talking about it, that I'm sharing it openly, because I know this is happening right before you're having a breakthrough. But when you are in the state, it is completely confusing. You don't know where to go. You don't know who you are. You're completely confused. And it's also the time where most of the times you're like running away from yourself, you're running away from your emotions, you're trying to like like you're trying to run away, you're trying to I don't know, you're trying to be so busy that you cannot feel what is currently going on inside of you, because once you allow yourself to feel, that will then release the past version. Because the past version, what it wants is it wants your attention, right? It just wants you to hear her. She's like, damn, bro, listen to me because I'm trying to protect you from something. But once you allow it in, once you're like, okay, I hear you, I'm ready to listen to you, once you're allowed that in, that is then your moment when you're going to be able to release it, because you can ask your fear, like, hey, fear, well, what do you want to tell me? Why is it so scary to be seen? Why is it so scary if someone would choose that? Why is that scary? And then being like, oh, okay, like, whatever. In grade 3, I was speaking up, and then someone, like, bullied me and did whatever, and that's why now this is coming up, and my past version is like, oh no, I know this feeling and this is scary and I want to protect you from pain. Or if someone wants to choose us, then it's the fear of like, oh, but what if they change their minds, and what if they're gonna see who I truly am, and then they're gonna realize, damn, she loves too deeply, she is too deep, I can't deal with this, I need to fucking leave. Like, these are the fears. And once you understand that your fears just being like, oh, this is that this has been the familiar path, and I want to protect you in pulling you into the familiar thoughts to be able to protect you, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And it's so hard because I understand it, and I understand the fears, and I understand the stuff that is coming up, but I don't want to deal with it right now. Like, my brain is going towards like, no, I need to produce more content. I need to make more stuff. I need to look into UGC creation. I need to create a course with all the healing stuff I know that people can learn from it. Like, my mind is going into all this shit, but I know deep down in myself, I know the one thing that is blocking me from creating in alignment is sitting the fuck down with myself, with nobody else around me, and asking my fears what the fuck they want from me. Because I cannot, like, this is why I said, like, let's put the divine away and stuff, because, I mean, we are, for me personally, like, that's what I believe in, is that we all have our own soul's path. And if you are willing to listen to your heart and make radical hard decisions, and like, like, it's not about always listening to like, it's not about being perfect, and it's not about, but in my belief, if you listen to your heart, and if you choose if you have an urge to move to a city, for example, and you've been pushing that away for a long time, but it's coming back, it's coming back, it's coming back. And once you listen to it and you're like, damn, I need to move there, I'm just gonna go, fuck it, like, whatever. I believe if you're taking those actions, that you're gonna live an incredibly miraculous, abundant, and insane life. You're gonna live the life of your dreams. And I truly believe in that. I truly believe that all of us have a path that we're destined to walk that is a miracle every day, that truly is your dream life. But the veil you need to walk through is your heart. Like, you need to be able to walk with your heart. And if you're able to do that, then this path is unlocked for you. If not, I believe that you're in this numb thing. You're gonna have it like, it's more of a life where you're gonna be like, I don't want to say buying into the system, but you're going to be stuck in a corporate job. You're going to feel like you're already dead inside. You feel like you're not living, you're not alive because you're moving from your mind, your ego, your whatever. And I think there are people on this planet that are not meant to move out of that. I think they need to learn the lessons in that spectrum. But I think if you're watching this video, it's quite likely that you're not on that path and your soul is already calling you to walk your soul's path, because otherwise I think you wouldn't be aligned with me and you wouldn't watch my videos, to be honest. Um and like for me, I know, for example, I'm a very old soul. And that's why I also know that old souls need to confront their karma. So it's a karma. Some words in English are just, but it's okay. Um, old souls normally upfront their karma because they need to learn really important lessons, because after that they're meant to teach, they're meant to step into the leadership role, they're meant to awaken others, they're meant to like, they're meant for a very specific life, and that's why they need to upfront all their karma. That's why, for example, a lot of times they, have a really shitty love life, for example, because they attract a lot of very toxic, manipulative, narcissistic people. Because think about it, a heartbreak and narcissistic people and toxic people are the things that are slingshotting you forward. They are the things that are breaking you in such a tremendous way that it's cracking you open, and you're gonna feel and you're gonna know more and more and more and more who you truly are because of that. And that's why, just a simple, like a little reminder, if you feel like your life until now has been a shit show in a literal way, like not in a victim way, but if you're like truly thinking about your life and you feel like your life has been a literal shit show, and everyone around you seems like they have it all figured out and they have like the guy or the girl or whatever, and you feel like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I know I'm an amazing person and I'm continuously am with these horrible love partners and I attract these horrible people. Either you need to work on the shadow and that's continuously coming up, but if you're doing that and if you're aware and if you've been working through that stuff and it's still happening, then you're a fucking old soul too and you probably know it. And that's why, because you need to upfront your karma. You need to learn specific lessons, otherwise you cannot step into your full light. And that's why you're upfronting your karma. But back to the other thing, like, I truly believe that we all have a destined path that is laid out for us, and we just need to be willing to take the steps. We need to be willing to do things. Like for me, for example, I had the calling to fly to California for so long now. And like, not to get into the heartbreak thing, but that is kind of like a little related to that stuff. And ever since that heartbreak happened, I was like, damn, I'm not gonna go. Like, this is bullshit. I don't wanna go on my own. This is all too much and whatever. And then in May, I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna book a flight. And something inside of me was like, no, wait. Like, you need to wait. Like, there is something else and you need to wait for a second. And I did. And now I booked a flight 2 days ago for July. And doors opened up for me that I'm now able to stay there for a month. And before, I would have booked a flight for 2 weeks. And I know this trip is gonna be extremely scary for me, and I already feel a lot of fear because I know that there is something there that is gonna click inside of me, I think. Because I have a calling. I have a calling. I don't know. Like, I have a calling about moving somewhere, and it's kind of related to all that stuff. I mean, we don't need to talk about it too much, but I don't know. I need to go there, and I know it's gonna be terrifying and scary, at least right now for me. But that's what I mean. I've been having the calling to do it. I still don't fully understand why, but I'm going. I'm going because I know my heart tells me, and I'm going because I know my soul tells me, and I know it makes no sense in my mind right now why I need to go, but I need to go. There is no other way. I need to go there. And the thing is, if you have such callings, it is so tremendously important to go these places, because sometimes there's already like your higher self. Either your higher self is already living there or has already found something there and she's guiding you towards that, or there's a part of you that there's a code that you need to like, you need to drive into the city or be in the city to receive this code, and it's going to give you more knowledge that you need to have to move forward, or you're going to meet someone significant, or you're going to meet the love of your life there, or you're going to have an idea, or you're going to have like the feeling of, damn, I need to move here, and then it's going to be so clear that there's no other way than going there. Like, I had that in Vienna. I remember I was in Vienna for one day, not even day, half a day. And I was walking around there, and I knew I had to move there. I knew. Like, that was the time where I know that I was one of the, like, not first people to move there, but out of my, like, no, not to say, but the friends that I have now that I'm very close with, they are from my hometown, but they already have been in Vienna. But I have never, literally, like, never really encountered with them in my hometown, which is hilarious. So I kind of feel like my past version at that time was like guiding me. Like, she had this inner thing where she was like, damn, I need to live here, because my future version already knew that my closest friends live there and I need to pick them up there, if that makes sense. So at that time everyone called me crazy because no one was living there. Like, no, I literally knew nobody except my ex-boyfriend moved with me, but that's a whole other thing. But I don't know. I went there and I was like, fuck, I need to move here. And that's like, guys, really, 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 really important. That's like, okay, if you have an idea, for example, me wanting to move to Vienna, if you have such an idea, and then all, or like not idea, but that inner calling inside you that tells you need to do this, and then all of a sudden, you're talking with people about it, and they're like, oh no, you should not do this. This is crazy. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? This is, who's moving to Vienna? Like, no, you should not do it. This is exactly when you need to do it, because I don't know what it is. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but I don't want to go too deep into it because it's very spiritual. But if that is happening, you need to fucking do it. Because every time this is happening, this is literal confirmation that you need to fucking do it. This is literal confirmation that what you're about to do is so tremendously important for your growth and for your path, that there's gonna be tests around you, that everyone around you is gonna be like, no, you shouldn't do it, no, you shouldn't do it, no, you shouldn't do it. Because it's that important for your growth and for your soul. That's every time. What I've been noticing is when I want to do something, people are gonna be like, oh. Also in California, people being like, oh, aren't you scared that you're not gonna be able to, like, come into the US? Aren't you this? Isn't it scary? It's so expensive. California is so expensive. The US is so expensive. Yeah, exactly. And that's when you know you're on the right track. When everyone around you thinks you're crazy for doing this, you're on the right track. So, yeah, just a simple reminder. But once you decide to walk beside the universe, to walk beside God, to walk beside the divine, no matter what you want to call it, and you have radical faith in your soul's journey, and you're just like, I know I'm destined for an incredible life, and I know and I am aware and I am honest with myself that I am the creator of my life and everything is a mirror around me, but I also know that I'm not truly able to walk this path on my own because it's that tremendous. And then you decide to open up to the divine, to open up to whatever you believe in. And you're like, guys, I am willing to walk this path. I'm willing to walk this path beside you, but now you show me. Now you guide me through it. Now you show me where I'm meant to go. And you show me what I'm truly destined for. And you open a pathway for me while I'm walking through it. This is truly having faith. This is truly walking hand in hand with the divine. This is truly don't having a job, knowing not knowing where to go, not knowing where to live, living at your parents' place, being completely overwhelmed and being like, fuck it. Because I trust that my guides, God, the divine, the universe, has my back, and I know deep down inside of me that I've been called for something gigantic that I have been dreaming of all my life and has been scaring me, and I push these dreams away. But I'm finally ready to be in my villain mode, to be in the mindset of me first, not in an egotistical asshole, whatever, I'm gonna hurt people, whatever way. No, in a way of like, I am choosing to shine my light, I am choosing to walk my path no matter who is going to be uncomfortable with it. No matter who is going to be uncomfortable with my light, it does not matter. I am choosing to walk my path and I'm choosing to walk my destiny and fulfill my purpose that I came here on planet Earth to fulfill. And I know that it is massive. And I know a few things, but I know it is massive and it scares the fuck out of me. And if you are in a similar space, trust me. Last year I've been going through the biggest awakening of my entire life. I've been going through the biggest spiritual awakening that I've ever experienced and whatever. And I know that so many of us are destined for such an incredibly miraculous life. But you just need to be willing to see that and you need to be open for it. And you need to walk with the divine because otherwise it's not going to work. And I'm not saying it's not going to work because you're not strong enough. I'm saying it's not going to work because there are going to be obstacles. Baby girl, I'm telling you, there are gonna be obstacles and there are gonna be moments where you wanna fucking give up and where you wanna throw everything away and you're like, I cannot do this anymore. And that's why I'm making this video because I have been on this feeling the last couple of days where like I cannot do this anymore. I cannot move forward. And that's why you need the divine and that's why you need God and that's why you need whatever you believe in. Because once you're at that point where you're that low, you need to ask for guidance and you need to be like, guys, I am willing to work on my path. I know right now I'm not feeling my emotions. I know right now I'm not taking care of my body. I'm not taking care of myself. And I'm willing to say something like, I am choosing I'm choosing now, guys, to. I'm always saying guys to my guides, so like that's. Don't get confused. Like, that's how I'm talking with my guides. It's like, hey guys, like I am now taking care of my body. I'm taking care of myself. I'm focusing on calming down. I'm focusing on regulating my nervous system. I'm opening myself up again. And I'm asking you to take over the other steps. Take over. Take over my inspiration, take over my videos, take over my content creation, take over my wanting to create a course, take over all the other things. That my face is puffy and it bugs me, take over that. That's stressing me. Take it. Like you take it. And I'm giving it up to the divine. Whatever. And truly, that's where it's important. You truly need to let it go then. You cannot then try to like figure that out. You need to be like, hey, I have given that up. That's not in my hands anymore. I have let that go. And then you just need to be open. Because while you're focusing on yourself then and focusing on grounding yourself and like doing the stuff that you need to do that you know that you can do, that you're capable of doing right now, then you're gonna have insights. Then you're gonna have callings. Then you're gonna have an insight to drive to the mall, for example. You don't know why, but you feel like, damn, I need to go to the mall. And then you're going to the mall, and then you're gonna find something. You're gonna see a sign. You're gonna find something. You're gonna meet someone that is helpful. Like, there's gonna be tiny little things around you that you need to be open to, aware of. And then when you have that, you're able to move forward. And that's how the divine is helping you through insights, and through insights that requires you to listen to your heart and not move with mind, not with here, move with here. And I hope this helps, and I hope this helps someone that feels lost too right now. And this is very interesting because when I started the video, I was feeling super low, super heavy, confused, lost, didn't know what to do. And now I feel like this is one of the first, like, I've always been talking my truth, but this is like, I feel like I tapped into something new that I haven't before. And now I feel aligned again, and I feel like, oh, wait, it is not that hard. I just need to speak my truth. And that's how my content is created, is just by being me and speaking my truth. And that is also why these damn fucking, no, sorry guys, I'm not saying that, but these TikTok videos not have been working because I have not truly been, I've been speaking my truth, but I've been putting on this robot that is creating these content videos. But what I want is, I just want to be me. I just want to be my truthful self. And I don't want to put on a character. I mean, that I'm not intentionally putting on, but it just happens when you're recording sometimes. And maybe it's also part of being autistic that sometimes your mask is over dominating and you're not really able to, yeah, you're not really able to navigate that sometimes, but it's okay too. But yeah, damn, I feel different. I love this. Woo. Okay. Love you guys. This in the car filming was fun. I like this. Okay. My mission the next week is gonna be focusing on being my most authentic self. What are you gonna focus on this week? You can write it in the comments if you want and share it. And yeah. Damn, this was lovely. I love it. Okay. I love you guys. And see you next week.